The cold morning. The winter breeze was biting as young Ali stood on the street corner clutching his small basket of red apples. His thin jacket did little to block the cold, and his breath came out in tiny white clouds. He softly called out, "Fresh apples. Sweet apples." But no one stopped to listen. People hurried past, too busy to notice the shivering boy. His stomach ached with hunger, yet he stayed hopeful. "If I sell these apples, I can buy medicine for Amma," he whispered to himself, rubbing his frozen hands together and waiting patiently under the dull, gray sky. The kind stranger. As Ali stood shivering in the cold, an elderly woman named Mrs. Karim passed by. She paused, noticing the little boy's trembling hands and tired smile. "My child," she asked gently, "why are you standing here in this cold?" Ali looked up and replied softly, "I'm selling apples to buy medicine for my sick mother." The woman's eyes filled with sympathy. Without hesitation, she bought all his apples and paid double the price. Then she removed her warm woolen shawl and draped it over his shoulders. "Stay warm, son," she said kindly. Tears filled Ali's eyes as he whispered, "Thank you, Auntie." A warm heart, a warm home. Ali hurried home through the narrow streets, clutching the shawl around his shoulders. The warmth of kindness seemed to melt away the cold that had gripped him all morning. When he entered their small, dimly lit house, his mother looked up weakly from her bed. "Ali, you sold the apples?" she asked softly. With a bright smile, he showed her the money and the medicine he had bought. He told her about the kind old woman who had helped him. His mother's eyes glistened. "My son," she said gently, "never forget this, kindness is the richest gift one can give." Years later. Years passed, and little Ali grew into a kind and respected doctor. Though life had changed, he never forgot the woman who once showed him compassion on that freezing morning. One stormy night, the hospital doors burst open as nurses rushed in an elderly woman in critical condition. When Ali checked her file, his heart skipped a beat. "Mrs. Karim." He stayed by her side, personally overseeing her treatment. Memories of her warm smile and shawl flooded his mind. As he adjusted her blanket, he whispered softly, "Don't worry, Auntie. This time, I'll make sure you get better." Kindness returns. After days of care, Mrs. Karim slowly opened her eyes and found Drive. Ali sitting beside her, smiling warmly. "You've recovered, Auntie," he said softly. Confused, she asked, "Do I know you, son?" Ali took her hand gently and replied, "Years ago, you gave a poor boy your shawl and helped him buy medicine for his mother." "That boy was me." Tears welled in her eyes as she remembered the moment. "You never forgot," she whispered. Ali smiled. Kindness never fades, it only returns when least expected. Mrs. Karim smiled through her tears, realizing her kindness had come full circle. Moral: a single act of kindness may seem small, but its light travels far and always returns to the heart it came from.